We are back. We are ready for round one. We're very excited.
Two.
We've got round two.
No, 2 players.
Oh yes, two players, as is tradition in Flesh and Blood, at least in the classic constructed format. We will have a Katsu and a Briar. So here we are, checking
Yes.
out the new hotness versus the old hotness. Not that Briar is old. You pressed the wrong button, Blake.
Did I push the wrong button? Which one are we doing?
You do the main.
Oh, we do this first. Look at them breathe.
It's okay.
Oh my god, Katsu's?
He's got lightning.
Katsu's got
eyes.
bear chest.
Yeah, and he's got this like cool sailor tat. Like Katsu's he's kind of a
Wait,
Yeah.
what is going on?
yeah.
Like,
Honestly, this might be the no. We had Katsu at the Battle Hardened. Shout out to Tao Tao.
Oh, yeah.
He used to be the Katsu
'Cause-
killer, but now he is the Arachne.
let's go back to the match intro again. So, Angel Briar's from her hero power card, but this is from Lord of Wind. So in the Welcome to Wraith, they were like, let's make them breathe from their whatchamacallit cards.
Well, except for Bravo, I don't think Bravo breathes, but
Is crippling?
I think that's just his action pose. His hero card is him just like wandering about. So.
Right. Let's go back to the match intro. Sheesh.
Like, we'll pull it up on the other screen for you. So, yeah.
What's in Jacob's stack that's brand new from this set?
All right. So, well, I'll say this quietly so nobody hears. We have Be Like Water, Bonds of Ancestry, Descendant Gust Wave, Spinning Wheel Kick.
What the heck is... Oh, Surging Strike. That makes sense.
What the hell? Cyclone Roundhouse, Be Like Water. I already said Be Like Water. Concealed Blade, Dishonor. And Visit the Floating Dojo. So he's got quite a few new cards, which is going to be really exciting.
3 of them.
Yeah, he's got 3 Dishonors. I don't know. That'd be very relevant in this matchup, I would think. If you can pull off Dishonor and remove Briar's hero ability for the rest of the game,
She's not going to be able to go again at all.
she'll never go again. Well, except for all her cards that naturally have go again. But she won't be able to do any of that, BS.
Oh, we're going. It's Kadachi.
Dude, here we are. You knew it was coming. Pitch a blue Kodachi 2 times. He doesn't have any of the. Does he have flick knives in his weapons?
No.
He does not have flick knives, so he is not looking to throw his Kodachis, which I am disappointed in. But that's okay. We're still excited to see what he's got, and he's playing. Okay, so he's got Heart and Cross Strap, which is
combo somebody.
yeah. He's looking probably to Surging Strike for free.
Angel's like, this is turn 1. I'm going to block all this stuff. Thank you for coming. Seeing a Force of nature
yeah.
gone, round 1, I would take that every day.
Yeah, you love that. Ooh, and then just going for it. Surging Strike into Whelming.
That's not going to have any extra text, so just 3. Unless,
Wait, no, that's not Surging Strike. Is that just that's 100 wins, right?
No, that's the Gust Wave. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100 wins. Yeah, sorry.
100 wins Gust Wave.
Oh my God, all these ninja cards. If we get the ninja card wrong, just let us know in the chat.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I watched a Katsu play.
I think what's interesting is he doesn't run any of the cards that let you change the name of cards.
Yes, he does. Be Like Water
That one?
changes its name if you hit.
Cool.
I don't think the other ones.
Is that the one where you have to pay an extra one to change the name of it, or you just...
Yes. When this hits, you may pay 1 if you do choose Head Jab, Surging Strike, or Twin Twisters. I would guess Surging Strike would be the one you pick every time in
So
this
it's like
deck.
you're running 9 Surging Strikes now or something. He's
Exactly.
got 2 yellow, 3 red. I don't think he's going to run blue. So 2 yellow, 3 red, plus 3 Be Like Waters means kind of 8 Surging Strikes to start the combo off.
He's got 5 Be Like Waters.
Jeez.
Very interesting. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Trent, in the chat, pointing out Jacob does not have any arcane barrier, so he is probably looking to not die from arcane. That's his strategy right now.
Flick Flack is going to block 4 of the 6, which is interesting because he was maybe looking for another attack action. Seeing the Rosetta Thorn here is probably not great because you're like, oh, I was hoping you would play something crazier so I could block more of it.
Mm-hmm.
A 2 damage 2 arcane, 2. How many cards does Jacob have? What's going on here? He's got 1, 2, 3. 4th card in hand. He already played one, and he has one in arsenal. I missed something already.
That is weird.
He's blocking with dishonor. What's interesting about blocking with dishonor early is the bonds of ancestry will get something from your graveyard. You can banish something from your graveyard and go search through the deck. So I think it is something where you want to block with dishonor early, and that's not a mistake. That's setting up for a later turn.
Yeah, I think it's too. I mean, if you're trying to get it on the one, on your second turn.
Oh, this round's on me. Thank you, Randy. We just did not pay attention to Angel's first turn because we've seen Briar before. Sorry, Angel. We will now give you the exact amount of time you deserve for playing Briar.
I mean, I think.
Which that sucks if you're Jacob to see this round's on me because Kodachis are doing nothing.
Yes, that is going to be
and there
disappointing.
We're showing that this round's on me so everybody remembers. Jacob's probably like, ooh, what am I going to do to make any kind of dent? Because it's not going to leave a dent. You remember, what's that from? Didn't leave a dent. I think that comedian's canceled now. Never mind. It's Crystalia, I think.
Okay. Well, I don't know who that is, so
here's
it didn't matter.
0 damage Kodachi. It's not going to quote-unquote hit for Mask, but maybe we're just trying to cycle through our deck if we're Jacob to get to our better cards.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. What did he pitch? I can't see the card.
That's going to be a Winds of Eternity.
Nice. Oh, yeah, you don't need that in your hand right now. Yeah, very, very unfortunate for Jacob. He's going to have to just kind of push his way through this.
Kodachi number 2 for 0.
I'm curious why you do
Bonds
that.
of Ancestry.
Okay.
Bonds of Ancestry is just going to be like a one damage attack, maybe 2. Because I think a yellow would be 3 damage, so we're going to go down to 2. I don't think he would buff the card the card that buffs Kodachis right now. That would feel bad. He also doesn't have it in his list.
Which one is that?
Knives Out.
Knives Out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan Johnson and his movie Knives Out. Now
And
a card eternalized in Flesh and Blood.
Maybe next year there will be a Glass Onion.
Glass Onion card? Nice, yeah.
Briar.
It makes you cry every time you see it. Yeah, so very underwhelming.
Oh.
I was trying to think of a better joke about whelming. Oh, he's going to take one from that Sigil Suffering.
Angel
Nice.
said, you're going to take more damage on your turn than I am. Which is got to feel bad for Katsu of getting new cards and having that happen to you.
Yeah.
Oops. Combo smoothing doesn't work through. This round's on me. Here's a red off the top to hit the number 1 card in his deck to do all 5 damage off a Rabble. Just be Angel. Better be lucky or good or be Angel. Jeez.
You love to see it. Yeah, so, I mean, it looks like... Is that another... this round's on me in his hand? I think so. He's got a Channel Mount Heroic and a Snatch. Probably going to be setting up for his next turn to go big with the Mountain. But looking like a pretty nice, comfortable start for Angel over here. Jacob has a bit of work to do. I mean, it's going to be, I would assume it's just like not the most exciting matchup. Not exciting, but not the matchup you want to see as Katsu.
No.
Because Briar's probably going to just be a bit more aggressive than you. She's going to sneak in that Rosetta's Thorn and do a couple Arcane each turn that if you're not running AB, you are not going to do anything about. Looks like Angel pitches this round on me to make a Rune Chant with Grasp and then coming in for classic Snatch for 4 and 1 Arcane.
And I think this is something where Jacob didn't know, like, not, what is it, 5 plus 4 plus 1 would be a 10. I don't think at the beginning of the turn he could be like, I'm not going to block at all and try to overwhelm my opponent with good cards in my hand. So he didn't, like, this is a low power turn for Angel is what I'm trying to go at.
Yeah, definitely a setup turn. I think he's, honestly, I don't even know if I would block with that Snatch just because...
He already has the card.
He already has the card. So if he draws a card, it, only maybe fixes a better card for his arsenal, which I guess I could see, but
And that's when you get absolutely blown up by like the spellbound creepers and we're dumb or something.
Yep.
This will be for 7 because he already has a card and he has no reason to go again. Anyone got a hero representation for this event? You better believe it, Jamie. We for sure have them, but we're going to tell you later. Promise. You're not going to like it.
We'll be compiling that list soon. Definitely some interesting meta right now.
The Surging Strike. I think Angel should say, yeah, let's just meet back at 32.
Lightning Strike, bro.
What did I say it was?
Surging Strike. It's a
oh
whole different strike.
It is different. Yeah, we tied it up at 32 because I have a Gorganian Tome and a Channel Mount Heroic and Arsenal. But not a single Earth card. So Angel's not going to be able to get ahead of this game because he can't draw an Earth.
I mean, he still has a pretty decent hand right now, though. Although he's got a lot of reds.
We're going to rabble. That's
nice.
for 4 this time.
Showing off the Sonata. Yeah, I would be surprised if he's definitely not going to go the Mount Heroic this turn. I don't know if
he needs an Earth card.
Yeah, I don't think he can get the CNC off either. He might have to.
Would you play Bramble Spark? Well, you just command and conquer right now. Just throw 6 at him.
That's true. He's got an Arsenal card that's been sitting there for a bit.
Got our Embodiment of Earth, so we can block extra, even though we're not going to need it. Command and Conquer. Angel's like, yep, I remember that this card is one of the best one in the game.
This card, good.
Evan is literally clasping his hands together and rocking back and forth. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision on his part to take this so casually.
We don't have rocking chairs here at Odyssey Games or Arcade Game Events. So he's doing that all on his own. Oh, it's the rolly one.
He's got a rolly chair.
We're blocking 6.
Yep, he wants that Arsenal card. Very curious to see what it is. He's got a Lord of Wind. Gonna look like another lackluster turn here. Jacob struggling to find his combo pieces and also have enough cards in his hand to do any combos. I think he's going to be a little disappointed when this Mount Heroic comes out because he's going to have even less opportunity to play his cards out.
Take it. Kodachis are working. We're looking for a mass trigger. What is it? What is it? It's the red one.
Is it Descendant
Gust Wave?
Yep.
You know what this does at home. 3 with go again. Immediately blocked, and Jacob takes 1.
Oof.
Jeez. Angel's like, this is a 4-point swing card. How do you like that?
Yeah, love to see Sigil of Suffering in this deck. It's just really good.
It's really good. Channel Mount Heroic is, there it is. It's really good.
Channel Mount Heroic, still good. Who would have thought after all this time that it's still very good? All right. So, yep, he created an aura, so his Swarming Gloomveil will have go again, coming in for 6.
6 big ones. I think Jacob's got to think of which sucks, because when you're a Katsu player, you're like, I need to take damage completely one turn and then use my perfect combo.
Yeah.
But you have 2 blocks for days.
Yeah.
So you can't block efficiently. And so the Channel Mount Heroic turn is not the turn to say, I'll take all the damage you got because I have something better.
Yeah, that's the turn you say, I guess I won't have a turn next time.
Right.
I will trade my turn for hopefully not taking any damage, which more often than not against a Channel Mount Heroic means you will block with all your cards and probably still take damage, which feels bad.
I said, I'll take 6.
Ooh.
Embodiment of Earth.
Shows what we know. Just immediately. Ooh,
Let's
nice.
use our Aether Ironweave that we haven't blocked with to gain 2 resources. To Sonata for 4 cards off the top.
Nice.
Are we feeling lucky? Well, we're Angels, so
Yeah.
of course.
We don't need to feel
We're
lucky.
going to have a perfect 2-2 split. 1-2.
Ooh.
Oh! Just kidding. You only get 1. He's going to grab the Snatch probably because that's the best one. And jam it down as hard as possible for 7 damage extra.
Yeah. I mean, it's still pretty good. I think you want to pitch into that just to make sure. If he didn't, I think he would have missed.
Right. Oh, he would have missed, yeah.
I think the Force of Nature was that fourth card. So,
He knows his deck.
and, sometimes you gotta play a little smart and be lucky.
Right. I do think Aether Ironweave is kind of, those two resources represent a lot of damage most of the time, and maybe that was like, I don't like using this in this scenario, but I want to do something better than Rosetta for 2 and 2.
Yeah.
And that ends up happening with the 7 coming down. This has go again, too, because of the mass embodiment of lightning. So you can't just say, take 1, take 4, take 7,
Yep.
because then he'll draw a card to 2 and 2. So Angel knows this deck way better than us because he will be able to Rosetta Thorn if Jacob doesn't fully block here.
Yeah. Longtime Levia player as well, but Angel got tired of losing and was like, you know what, I'm just going to win with Briar a bunch. And once he started playing Briar, he did just that. It looked like he's drawn a Force of Nature, and he's just going to say, you know what, my next turn's going to be even better.
Yeah. Jacob, you need to do 32 damage right now. Please, or you are done.
All right, let's see what he's got. He kept his full hand. He must like it. We're going to see some Katsu combo stuff. I'm excited.
Be like water.
Oh,
there
you
it
go.
is.
Named it. Called it off the top. Be like water. If it hits, he will be able to pay 1 and give it probably Surging Strike as its name.
No shot Angel blocks any of this.
Yeah.
Unless he uses
So
equipment.
this is very interesting, I think, because it is a situation where Angel doesn't want to block because he wants to clap back. But Jacob also has a really cool opportunity to do something pretty nuts.
He is going to pay 1 to name this a certain thing. We don't know what it is.
And he's
I'm
going
to guess Surging.
Yeah, it's got to be Surging. I don't think he has anything else that...
The hero power of Katsu, just in case you guys don't remember at home. Here it is for a split second. When attack action card you control hits, you may discard a card with cost 0. If you do, search your deck with a card with combo.
Right, go back.
So, yep, I'm going back. Main match. And so he's grabbing a card that gets banished. That's the Descendant Gust Wave.
All right.
So maybe we're going to see our first Dishonor of all time.
Oh my god, I hope we see a Dishonor.
Here's the Descendant. This is basically free, right, is what Descendant does. It says, you can
Surging Strike was the last
it
attack.
costs 1.
It costs 1 less, so...
Yeah, it would be
free. It costs free. And it has +2, so we coming in for 5.
He's pitching a yellow. I thought that was a blue. So, yes,
Yeah.
This attack is a 0 for 5. Feels good. And then it's time to Bonds of Ancestry.
Dude, this is it. All right. So if a card with Gust Wave in its name was the last attack this combat chain, with this costs 2 less, so free. To play has go again when this attacks. You may banish a card with combo from your graveyard. If you do, search your deck for a card with the same name, banish it, then shuffle, and you may play it this combat chain.
And that is Dishonor.
Wow.
Coming from banish from the graveyard to grab from your deck, and here it comes.
Blocking with a Dishonor early is exactly what you want to be doing. That's super cool. I did not think about that with this card, but that's exactly what he wanted to do early on. And now he's going to be able to do it. Dishonor, let's go.
Dishonoring.
He's going to do 32
We're
damage.
doing it. He drew a card off a mass, too. Angel's like, I don't care at all what you're doing, which is kind of disrespect, but that's fine.
I hope he has like a razor or something to hit this.
And Evan is off the rock. He's got he's up and looking
Evan's like,
engaged.
this is actually happening. I'm going to witness the first Dishonor on stream. So it's coming in for 4. If it hits and he controls Surging Strike, Descending Gust Wave, and Bonds of Ancestry, the hero loses all abilities for the rest of the game. This is literally what we were saying that he wanted to do, and he's doing it. Like,
and maybe you have the thought process of now they can't use the embodiment of lightning to keep going on a Force of Nature's turn.
Yeah.
So this Dishonor is basically a block 12 in the grand scheme of things if it hits.
Yep. Pretty nuts.
I think one thing that is exciting about this is it's not going to be just 4 because Breaking Scales immediately bumps it to 5. But we have...
Ooh, he's got that razor.
So that's now 7.
Hashtag Capolo was right.
Dishonored! He's
Woo! Let's go! You have brought shame upon your family.
That's pretty cool to see in turn one.
That is really...
Or game one of the tournament. Like, I think most people were like, how often are you going to get dishonor off?
Yeah.
Well, you just take 15 damage first, and then...
Be like water. He did 18 damage, which is pretty great. Unfortunately, Angel's probably going to push like 30 damage right now. But he has to completely rethink his approach because the Briar's ability is no longer a factor for the rest of the game.
Which I think you kind of don't... I don't know. I wish Angel had been like, let me block a little harder, but then you don't get dishonored. I don't know. It is a, like, what do we value here? Oh, man, we're just commanding and conquering for... What the heck?
Just for...
6 plus 3
12.
plus 3 is still 12.
Yeah, he's like, I don't need Yo again because I'm just going to pivot to being tall Earth Briar.
Katsu's like, I've never had 12 block in my hand at once, ever. Especially if I can't use defense reactions.
That is true, except back in the Ninja Turtle days. But he does have Spellbound Creepers, so he can sneak out another card to extend his turn, which could be pretty brutal. Looks like we're going to get...
A Concealed Blade, that's a new card. Blocking 6?
3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's 7.
7. That makes sense.
Maybe it is 6.
Force of Nature off of the... Oh, gross. We're drawing cards.
He's going to give it... Does it give it that one +1?
Yes.
Yeah. So... But did he block... Is Concealed Blade block for 3? No.
Concealed Blade's block for 3. It's a very good card. It's a Kadachi Enabler block for 3. It's very good for this Katsu.
So he took damage from Force of Nature, but did he take damage from Command and Conquer?
Yes.
Because Force of... He took 5. Okay.
12 down to 7.
That was wild.
We're going to make a Rune Chant and Scar for a Scar. That's going to be another 7. He goes, I'll immediately take a Rune Chant because I don't have Arcane Barrier. I don't have any more block in my equipment, so this is death unless I use my cards from hand. Force of Nature. Yeah, he's going to keep Channel Mount Heroic with us, so thank you for the dishonorment, but once again, I'm Briar, and not much stuff blocks me besides me blocking myself by drawing forward attack action. Or what are they called? Non-attack actions.
Yeah. Yeah, you thought it was just Briar's hero ability that was busted. No, it's just her whole deck and, class.
Her whole kit and caboodle.
That was pretty nuts. Jacob hanging on, but he's got 4-card hand. He decided, you know what, I'm just gonna take it. CNC. Oh no, he didn't. He drew up 4 cards.
Yeah, I was like, sheesh.
That's what I get for trying to read cards off my phone and do this at the same time. Apologies.
We're gonna do that one. We're gonna do this now. Look at this.
Gonna get 1, but it's the best one.
Do arcane damage to you. As soon as I click Rune Chat, you're toast.
Yeah, good game.
Boom, boom, boom.
Wow.
Dishonor, though.
Dishonor! Man, that was still very cool, even if it didn't actually make that big a difference. But that was very cool. So yeah, let's talk. Okay, so we do have our metagame, so let's jump into that. Shout out to both these players for being on stream. That was very entertaining. So look at this. SoCal always bringing the weirdness with our metas. So we got 5 Katsus, 3 Dromais, 3 Icelanders as our top 3 heroes, and then
the most balanced meta of all time.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually, to be honest.
What is going on?
We got 2 Brutes, Reinar and Levia. Great to see that. Even a Viscerai out here. I wonder if that's our good friend Nick. Probably. A Dash, 2 Kanos. Hell yeah. Maybe we'll get a Kano on stream. And then Alan from San Diego, used to be Mr. Dr. Bolton, is playing Levia. Because anytime Alan picks up a deck, he just does some cool stuff with it. So hopefully we see him later. But yeah, people are feeling Katsu, which I'm not super surprised because it seems pretty good. But maybe you don't give up so much of your life to get Dishonor off. We'll see. But let's check out Katsu. we only saw him use Katsu's ability once, but it was to get dishonor off. So
Right.
that is where Katsu is great because you change up your cards in hand, you get what you want, but then pulling off the was it the Bonds of Ancestry that
Bonds of Ancestry is
you
how this
banish
is
the
going to work.
card? Like that was nuts. I think I didn't fully understand that that was the combo that you need is you block with dishonor as early as you can so that you
Right.
can Bonds of Ancestry to then dishonor and just like go for it, which we'll see how important that is going forward.
I think one thing about Bonds of Ancestry that I didn't really understand until I'm watching today is when that card was first introduced, it was like, oh, what are we going to be doing? The text on Bonds of Ancestry literally is only for Dishonor, because Dishonor is the only one that's like, if Bonds of Ancestry was before this, then you can do this. But what I like about what Dishonor is the only card that ever says, like, Lord of Wind doesn't say, if you have all three of these, Lord of Winds only cares about Mugenshi. So Dishonor, to balance it, they're like, nah, you need these exact ones in a row. Which I think is interesting of maybe it's not worth sometimes doing the thought process of Lord of Wind after a Mugenshi. Like, if you Mugenshi Snapdragon's Lord of Winds, that's not that powerful, but you can do some stuff. So the ability where if it was Bonds of Ancestry, snap it and go grab and then Dishonor, like that would be kind of powerful. So I'm glad that they made it a little harder for that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean it's kind of an unprecedented hit effect to just wipe your hero clean for the whole game. As we saw, it didn't impact it too much, but I think that was more of a trade-off of life situation. But he had what he needed to do it. He went for it. I don't blame him. It was exciting. We were excited. I hope all were at home because that was pretty cool to see him pull that off. But yeah, I think you're exactly right. All the other combo stuff is always referring the step before it, which makes sense in that. And this is kind of like your ult combo. It's like I did this thing, I did this thing, I did this thing, and then I dishonored you. And then Briar was like, I don't care. I live in a forest, and I'll just crush you.
I had no honor in the first place.
We don't need honor. Where we're going, we don't need honor.
And I think like there's going to be some matches where the Katsus today are going to be the more aggressive deck, and it's going to feel oppressive.
Yes, I think against other aggressive decks, it might struggle, and so it may need to have a different backup plan for that. But against other decks, I think it, like you said, I think it will be a little intense. So we'll see.
I think one thing that we just skimmed over that I need to say real quick: there's not a single Riptide. No. There's not a single Azalea. There's not a single Azuri. We're found dead in the ditch.
I think
of trying new stuff here in SoCal.
I think
You're not gonna get decklists today, bro.
Yeah, I think Azuri needs too many, hard to get cards. I think you need the shakedowns. I mean, I only pulled one in a case, so I think stuff like that is really gonna keep people from playing until they can get the play sets of the cards they need. And unfortunately, nobody got there.
We've only opened 55 cases in SoCal, and we still don't have enough for.
Still looking for our full play set of premeditates.
Yeah. Speaking of premeditated, we're gonna bring Angel Benitez on for a what is it called?
Interview is how they say it.
Yeah, we're gonna short break for a bit, and then you're gonna see Angel. Good thing there's not a devil, Benitez.
All right, everyone, we are back. We're joined by Angel Benitez. What a great game that was. I have my first question for you is, were you at all nervous when you were dishonored publicly by Katsu?
No, I was debating whether or not just to take it and just come into Command and Conquer. I was like, I can come in for 13 pretty much with the 12 physical, 1 arcane. It's like I have the forest, so it's like I don't even care if it hits me. So I was debating whether I was like, I'll respect it enough. Like if I think he has the react, but I'll just block anyway just to see if he has it. And then if it hits me, I guess it's not the end of the world. It's like I'm pretty sure I think I could just end this.
Yeah, it was just really funny. It's like you feel like you should respect it, but at the same time you're like, I don't think I need to. And you showed that you didn't because it was just a huge turn. It was just like pivot from, go wide Briar to just tall Earth Briar, which was, it was pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, I think one not to focus too much on Katsu, but it is a whole new little playing field. Anything interesting you felt coming from Jacob's side? Do you think Katsu has enough to challenge Briar, or do you think Briar is just a little too more aggressive?
Well, I got hit by the dishonor, so you can see that it is pretty dishonorable. It's really hard to keep up with the damage output Briar has, especially when you get the channel outs. Because I had it in Arsenal and I just needed the blue, so like as soon as I had that up, I knew I can just like push more damage than they could a turn.
Yeah.
And I don't think their on hit effects were that threatening. I mean, he could go wider, especially with the bonds, to get like an attack. But the problem is, I just felt like I can. He's not being disruptive enough, I guess, because I feel like Katsu can run some of the new cards that can disrupt a little bit better. But other than that, it's fine.
Nice. In general, how do you feel Briar is going to do in this upcoming meta?
It's hard to say. I mean, if she actually wins the tournament, then she's pretty much out of the meta. So
True. That's true. Have you had a chance to play against like Uzuri or Riptide yet?
I played a couple online. I feel like the one I have to get used to the most is Riptide.
Okay.
Azuri, I feel like it can handle. It just takes a little bit longer of a game, a little bit longer of a game sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. Any new cards from? I don't think you had any new cards from Outsiders. I'm like, what's the new set called?
There's one.
What do you have?
I put in Give and Take, and then I was was trying Burdens as a main of 2 in the deck instead of the the Amulet of Earth.
Oh, okay, cool.
I just kept the Amulet of Earth. So I'll just stick with it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems good. It makes your best turns better sometimes.
Yeah.
Very cool. Is there any other cards you're kind of interested in checking out, or do you feel like not enough contributing to what Briar's game plan is?
Not really enough. I mean, if I was really worried about Dromai, I'd run Down and Dirty just so I can if I draw it somehow, at the end, I'll just Arsenal it, just block with it from Arsenal.
Yeah, that card seems messed up against Dromai. It's pretty good. Awesome. Anything else? Do you? I mean, I think we've had you on round 1 of our stream multiple times. So congrats for making it look easy and getting a little bit of break. I think there is a bit of Katsu out there. It's actually the most represented deck today. So you might have an easy, let's check it out. I'll give you a little peek at the metagame since it's not, private. But yeah, we got a bunch of Katsus, a little bit of Dromai, Icelander, but pretty spread out for overall. We do have someone repping Levia, so shout out to them. I know that you're a bit of a Levia connoisseur.
That's right.
You still dabble though, right? Oh, that's the wrong button. You're still playing a little bit of Levia?
Yeah, during armories, I'll bring it out. I'll run it. I'm more of a gambler, so that's why I like running Briar, because it's I'll just make plays that are kind of 50-50, I feel like. This could work out or it could all just blow up.
Nice. Yeah, for sure. Are you excited about I mean, this set just came out, but we have another set coming out that's going to have some shadow support. You excited about that?
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they'll do. I'll probably hope Levi is playable. I'll probably be repping her if she is.
Yeah. What do you think you would need, ideal card situation to put Levi into the competitive field?
Maybe it's kind of hard, honestly, because she has a large down output, but I feel like maybe more on hits or disruption, but it's kind of hard because you also have the numbers, so you'd have to give up the numbers you're dealing a turn for something else, and I'm assuming that it'd be printed at a 5 or they'll cost 3.
Yeah.
A 3 for 6 just to do something on hit.
Yeah. And honestly, Brute just needs another 3 or 6 attack blue. It would probably be immediately much better.
If we get more 6 blues, then yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think we probably won't see one for a while, but hopefully. About his case, have you opened any? You've opened some Outsiders?
I did. I opened. I got one for pre-order, and I opened it, and I got the full art trench coat.
Ooh.
And then I was feeling lucky. I was feeling good about myself. It's oh, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go get another one. And then I opened a second one.
Another extended art? Wow. All right, maybe we'll have to talk later about that because that one looks really cool. I don't even know if I want to run Ranger, but it's just a cool pirate in a trench coat. So
yeah, I saw
It seems pretty cool. Do you think you'll play any other heroes from Outsiders at all?
Maybe Azuri. I saw. Maybe I just try Lexi one day because I played against Evan and his Lexi was pretty disgusting with all the new outsider cards.
Yeah.
I was playing like my Briar deck and it was struggling.
Really? Yeah. His Lexi deck was a little disgusting before Outsiders, so I can imagine there's a couple new things in there to make things a little scarier. Got some, I mean, the Blood Rot Pox and all that stuff just seems very, very mean.
Yeah.
But that would be exciting. Yeah, cool. Well, good luck on the rest of your day. Thank you for talking to us. I'll, hopefully see you in the top 8.
Hope to see you.
All right, and we'll be back in a few minutes.